All right. Hi, everyone. So today I'm going to be talking about Kuracoin, and I'll be answering the question, what is Kuracoin? Um, so my name is David White, and I am the founder of the Kuracoin project. And yeah, I'll be talking about what Kuracoin is. So let's get into it. Kuracoin is a decentralized payment network. It's a cryptocurrency. Um, it's basically a bunch of computers that work together in a decentralized manner to validate transactions, store transactions, and basically process transactions. And all of these uh, computers or servers are not owned by one person, so they are owned by multiple people. So it's a decentralized system. Right now, it's a network whereby anybody can join that network to help validate secure transactions on the network. So you can just download the software, um, yeah, and run it, just like Bitcoin, just like what you have with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, what have you. So that's what it is. Kuracoin is proof of stake. What that means is that it's 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 uh it's a network whereby if you want to join the network to validate transactions, you need to stake some Kura coins on the network. Um, Unlike proof of work, where you need to provide a very compute intensive server or group of servers. For example, Bitcoin now, if you want to run Bitcoin, you need to have multiple servers. You need to have very intensive compute system, right? You need to have GPUs, you need to have probably a data farm. But Kuracoin, a 16 gig computer will do for Kuracoin, 16 gigs, and you're fine. So it's very good. I think it's good for reducing costs, and it's also good for the environment. So Kuracoin is proof of stake. Right now, you can stake 1,000 Kuracoins, and you should be able to join the network. Also, Kuracoin has no transaction fees. So that is that's actually something that's very awesome. Um, Bitcoin has transaction fees, Ethereum has transaction fees, and I don't have a problem with transaction fees. The reason why I chose to go with no transaction fees is because I think I don't think there's a point of having transaction fees, especially when you're mining the coin. So, for example, Bitcoin, whenever you mine a coin, whenever you validate a transaction and somebody mines the block, because inside a block in Bitcoin you have multiple transactions. That block, comes with a reward, and the miner that mines the block gets that reward. So why have transaction fees when you are already rewarding the miner with a new block? So I don't really see the point there. And also because the vision for Kuracoin is to make payments on the internet easy. So, for example, I'm reading a blog post and I love the blog post, and I'm like, I want to donate to the person who wrote this. This was a very educative blog post. I want to give this guy some money. Now, here in Nigeria, we use the Naira. If I want to give the blogger, if I want to give him 100 Naira, which is less than $1, it's like, how do I give somebody 100 Naira um, over the internet easily, right? Um, in Nigeria, if I give someone 100 Naira, I'm going to get charged probably about 50 Naira for that transaction. So in total, I'm spending 150 Naira. Right? That doesn't really make any sense. And if we do a transaction fee whereby we take a percentage, what if I want to give somebody 1 Naira? Yeah, let's use that example. So I see somebody's comedy video and I'm like, I want to give this guy Naira, 1 Naira. How do I give the person 1 Naira? That's going to be hard because if I give 1 Naira, the CBN will take like 15 naira or 10 naira for the transaction. And then there's also a VAT and a couple of other transaction fees, right? So it makes no sense. Internet transactions need to be fast. It needs to be micro because the internet is very big and a lot of micro things are happening on the internet. So yeah, no transaction fees. You can send one Kuracoin. You can send $1 worth of Kuracoin. You can send $0.000 worth of Kuracoin, and there will be no transaction fees. So no transaction fees for Kuracoin. Yeah, and I think it's a good thing. That's one of the things that make Kuracoin stand out. Also, Kuracoin is fast. It's the fastest blockchain currently. And how we're able to do that, it's simple. It's not really, there's no magic to it, right? It's actually very simple. We did two things to make transaction speed to be very fast, faster than Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, anything out there, XRP. There is no blockchain as fast as Kuracoin blockchain. What we did is we did two things. We used a multi-chain wallet system, and we used a single transaction per block system. Multi-chain transaction system, meaning instead of having one very long blockchain, which is what every cryptocurrency out there currently does, instead of having a very long and heavy blockchain, what happens with a long and heavy blockchain is that when you have millions of transactions, everybody's trying to read and write from the same chain, which causes a strain in the RAM, in the memory of the computer, and then you have all these file locking systems. No matter the algorithm used for your file locking system, it's still going to slow the system down. So we did a multi-chain system, wallet system, whereby each wallet has its own blockchain. That speeds up the transaction because that means if you're having a million transactions in 1 second or in 10 seconds, they're not all writing to the same wallet, right? They're not all going to be updating the same wallet data. So it's going to be, so it's faster. And also the second thing is the what I call it, single transaction per block system. So what Bitcoin does is Bitcoin has a mempool where they store transactions. So transactions are coming in, they are being caked in the mempool, and then after I think, how long does it take? How long does Bitcoin take? After I think 30 minutes, Bitcoin takes all of those transactions in the mempool, puts them into a block, ships it out, and then people start like mining the block. And it takes time to mine the block. Finally, somebody mines the block and says, "Hey, I've solved the mathematical puzzle," and then the person packages the transactions into a block and then ships it out to other nodes, and they now store it on their own blockchain. That process is time consuming. I don't know what specific time. I don't know whether 30 minutes or 1 hour per block, but like 1 hour to mine one block. I think it's so. The thing is, Bitcoin is used for certain things. Kuracoin is going to be used for certain things. Ethereum is used for other things. So I love the fact that we have multiple blockchains out there, multiple cryptocurrencies out there. I don't think there should be one cryptocurrency. But for Kuracoin, what we're focused on is we're focused on being the money of the internet, right? Being the payment solution of the internet. So we we want to be able to do transactions between robots, IoT devices, video games. Okay, just imagine you're playing a video game, and for every time you're grabbing some coin in the video game, it's updating your wallet. You're making money as you're playing the video game. It's updating your wallet. That Bitcoin would not be good for that because we need transactions to happen in less than a second. So, although for Bitcoin there's now the Lightning Network, but I don't know how fast the Lightning Network is. So yeah, Bitcoin, I would say Bitcoin is more of like a store of value. Yeah, Bitcoin is more like the gold. more like gold. It's rigid. Kuracoin is fast. So yeah. So let's move past that. What else? What else is there about Kuracoin? Kuracoin is user friendly. In cryptocurrency is not really user friendly, honestly. Cryptocurrency is really for geeks today. Anybody that you see that is very into crypto is most likely a geek, right? You're not going to see the market woman into crypto. And we want to change that. We want to make cryptocurrency user friendly. We want the 10-year-old to be able to pick it up and use it, the 50-year-old to be able to pick it up and use it. We want the guy in yeah, everybody to be able to use it. So what we did was, one of the ways that Kuracoin is user friendly is that it uses language that people are familiar with. So wallets have wallet addresses, just like you have email address. Your email address is an identifier of your wallet. Your wallet is, and then your wallet address now in Bitcoin, your wallet address is a generated public key, which is not human readable. Nobody knows their Bitcoin address off the top of their head. Why? Because the Bitcoin address is like 013XVWYIJ. It's just a bunch of strings, right? That's okay. I mean, the whole Satoshi Nakamoto never intended Bitcoin to be the only cryptocurrency, and he never intended Bitcoin to be the most perfect cryptocurrency. He just built what he felt was right and he put it out there. Other people have come up to build new innovative things like Monero, the ZK snacks for privacy, and so many other great solutions and inventions have come out. So I'm just putting that out there for people that think that things should be done in only one way. So, but for Kuracoin has that public key, but that's not your wallet address. That can be used to identify your wallet because it's unique, but that's not your wallet address. Your wallet address is a human readable string that is unique across the whole blockchain, so nobody can have the same, no two people can have the same wallet address. It's unique, right? And it's a human readable string that you create. So just like the way you create your Gmail, you say, my Gmail is Kingston White, something, something at gmail.com. Your wallet address, my wallet address can be David underscore the goat, right? That's something I can remember. That's something I can give to somebody if I want to make a payment. That's something I can remember. It's just easy to move around, easy to read, easy to understand. Okay, this is wallet address. And I might have 10 wallets, and one wallet is for school fees. One wallet is David XV underscore school fees. Another wallet is David XV underscore shopping, right? It's just easy for me as a user to understand that, oh, this is my wallet. This is a wallet for shopping, this is a wallet for school fees, this is where I save, blah, blah, blah. So that helps. It's yeah, so very user friendly. To create a Kuracoin wallet, you just need to put in your wallet address, your passphrase, and boom, create. That's all you need, and you have a new brand new wallet with a balance of 0. And then you can give the address to people and transfer Kuracoins into your wallet. What else? It's user friendly, yes. Let me quickly touch on some other things. Digital ID. Now, I won't really go in depth, very in depthly into this. I won't. No, it's a very big topic, and I won't talk so much about it. But okay, there's light. Let me charge my laptop. So digital ID. So here's the thing: Bitcoin was created to be anonymous and private, but it turns out it's not, because data is available to the public, right? On the public blockchain, on the ledger. So when somebody has your wallet address, they can see your balance, and they can see all the transactions you're doing. Now, initially, Satoshi Nakamoto thought that people thought that nobody will be able to identify your wallet. I mean, your name is not on it, so how do you know it is my wallet? But because of centralized exchanges, now there's a way to people can identify your wallet. And this can be used for a lot of malicious things. I mean, you might just want to be a guy living low key, and somebody can just go do some research on you, be like, that guy has 50 bitcoins. 50 bitcoins, that's a lot of money. That's a guy, he's a rich guy. Sometimes you don't want people to know that you're rich, right? So yeah. So what we did is we created an identification system that does not take in any personal data about you. And we also have some privacy algorithms put into the blockchain such that you can create private transactions, which means we do not know who is sending money from one wallet to the other wallet, but we know this transaction existed and we have encrypted this transaction such that it is only me, the sender, and the receiver that can see this transaction, that can decode this transaction. So people can see that the transaction happened, but they do not know from who to who, right? They do not know from who to who. It's not a perfect system yet. We're still working on it. It's not yet deployed. It's not yet launched, but it's something we're still working on. It turns out to be very difficult thing. So I'm doing a lot of research on it. I'm exploring multiple things, multiple options. You know, ZK snacks is also another option. Well, I haven't really delved into how it works. So now the reason for the identification system is that there could be malicious people in our ecosystem, right? So Kuracoin, yes, it's a decentralized cryptocurrency payment network, but there's really an ecosystem around it because there are companies that want to use it. There are games, there are video game companies, there are music streaming companies. There's going to be a lot of other companies built around it that want to use it. And the question is, what if somebody does something wrong on one application, maybe defraud someone, and now he's coming to another application to do the same thing? So how do we identify this person and how do we punish bad behavior? For example, you're trying to exchange crypto with someone and you're always being reported for malicious transactions and you took a loan, you took a crypto loan. So somebody could come up and say, hey, I want to create a crypto bank where people can take crypto loans. And this guy doesn't pay back the loan. So how do we punish that? We can't just leave crypto to be, wild. But then we also want privacy because I do not want to know, or I don't want people to know that I bought coffee at 8 p.m., right? Currently, the government knows because the banks answer to the government. So the government know that they know that you just paid, they know everything you do. So how do we strike a balance? Let's have identification so that you don't do bad things multiple times. And let's also have privacy, right? Because I think privacy is important. In the world we live today, privacy is important. So the fact that I joined the protest against bad government doesn't mean I should now be punished or made a scapegoat because the government can see all my transactions and say, oh, you donated to, if I be a millionaire and I say, oh, I want to donate to the NSAS. And the government now comes and says, oh, because you donated to the NSAS, that contract that you want, you're not going to get it. So you see, it creates a hostile world when people don't have privacy. Privacy is important. We are social beings and we live in communities and we socialize and everything about us is social. But we also have individuality, which is, I don't know, which is okay. I mean, let's have individuality. It's not bad to have individuality. I could make another argument though that there's no need for individuality. We should all just be open. But yeah, for now, let's say we need individuality, right? So that's one reason, that's another reason. Another reason for identification on blockchain is, and currently other cryptocurrencies don't have this, by the way. They don't have identification systems. Another reason is because of we have something called universal basic income thing, which is another topic which I will not really go into because right now we're just talking about what is Kuracoin. So universal basic income is very important to me, and I believe that everybody has a right to money. I believe money, when they say basic human rights, food, clothing, shelter, F that. Today, the basic human right is money. Money gets you food, money gets you clothing, money gets you shelter, money gets you education, money gets you internet, money gets you everything. Money is the basic right of every human being. And I think if you don't have money, you're not a human being. That's the truth. You can't even live like a human being if you don't have money because you can't bathe, you can't brush your teeth, you can't do nothing if you don't have money. So, how are you a human being if you don't have money? Either you have money or somebody is giving you money, but there has to be money in your life. So, I think everybody should be entitled to $100 worth of, it can be any currency, but $100 worth. Let's just use that to measure how much value we're talking about. We're talking about $100 worth of money, whether it's gold or crypto or Bitcoin or pounds or euros, $100 worth, right? I think that's enough for a human being every month. Um, the problem with this universal basic income scheme is that some people could get greedy and one person will want to take payments 10 times. Now, if we're using if cryptocurrencies are just open like that, how do you do something like that? You need a way to identify every human being, right? So this ID system uses a fingerprint. You only do it once on registration onto the blockchain, and we take your fingerprint. We will not store your fingerprint data. We would only sort of do a kind of 256 type of hashing. 256-bit hashing, fingerprint data, convert that, store that hash, and combine that hash with some other data to make sure that you can always prove that it is you trying to do an action or a transaction. So, that is good. That's something. It's not yet there, but that's something we're working on. And if you don't want to, if you can create a wallet without that identification, but it's going to show that this wallet has no ID, right? Now, if I want to do business with someone, I can say I'm only doing business with someone that has an ID because I need to know if you are a loan defaulter or if you are someone who's done fraudulent transactions and all of this. I need to see your history. I need to know who you are, right? I need to know I'm dealing with somebody that's real. And if you don't care as a business person and you just want to take payments or send payments to anyone, it's based on you. But I think the identification system is useful. So if I'm building a crypto bank now and I want to give out loan to, let's say I want to give out 5 million Kura coins to some guy. I'll say, okay, what's your digital fingerprint, right? Then I use that digital fingerprint to see your rep points. And rep points are basically just rep points are positive and or negative, right? So you could have positive rep points, which means good things you've done on the network, and the world would see it that hey, this guy has 200 rep points, so done a lot of great stuff. You get rep points by doing so many things, so many ways to get rep points. And then you have negative rep points, which means you've done bad things on the system. So if you're doing business with someone and you want to give someone a loan, and you are seeing, and the person gives you his digital ID, and you are seeing one, and you're seeing 500 negative rep points, then you're um, like, do I want to give this guy a loan? Right? So, nah, I don't want to give you a loan. Sorry, bye. You have very bad rep points. You're a bad person. So, yeah. And this is no human intervention, right? This is just fully automated, right? So there's no bias here. That's what the ID system is for. So it's optional. You can create a Kuracoin wallet without that. But but I think um, I think I think it's a good system to have ID system because I mean your ID system could be used to okay. Let's even think in the future broader applications. You want to log into blockchain games, blockchain music streaming, blockchain internet, metaverse. You need a digital ID to log into all of these things. And do you want to be creating password every time for every single application? No. So let Kuracoin in the ecosystem, let Kuracoin ID be the de facto authentication system. You use your username and passphrase to log into multiple applications, browsers, metaverse applications, games, music streaming, loans, anything, right? So I hate passwords and I hate remembering passwords. Just, you know, um, yeah, like just the way you have your email or your Gmail for right now, I log into my a lot of applications just by clicking sign in with Google, right? So let's have a decentralized thing identification system. What else? So we've talked about the universal basic income, $100 worth of Kuracoin to people who sign up for the scheme um every month, every month. So that's not out yet. We're still building a lot of these things. So it's not easy at all. Um, yeah. And then finally, let's talk about the Kuracoin Foundation. I think I'm running out of time. Briefly, because there's a lot to it, but I'll just summarize. So Kuracoin, aside from all of these things I've told you about Kuracoin, what is our vision? What is our mission? Our goal is to bring like-minded people together to make the world a much better place to advance humanity, right? Advance humanity. And we have an organization called Kuracoin Foundation. And Kuracoin Foundation is charged with the responsibility of being transparent and being open. And our goal is to steer the development of Kuracoin in terms of the technology in the right direction. Everybody's open to contribute to Kuracoin. You're welcome to, it's an open source project on GitHub. Pick it up, help us find bugs, write code, propose new features. We are very open. But Kuracoin Foundation is there to steer the ship. And also Kuracoin Foundation is there to allocate resources because coin is resources. Coin is money and money is resources, right? Or should I say coin is money? Coin is assets and assets is resources. So that I don't yeah, let's not call it money. Kuracoin is an asset, right? It's not money. It's not legal tender, but it's an asset, right? That can be exchanged for, you know. So Kuracoin Foundation is charged with allocating these assets, right? Why are we allocating the assets? To advance humanity, right? To advance humanity. And let me put it like this. Governments have failed big time. And I think a lot of people are born in war zones. Imagine someone born in the Middle East. What did that person do wrong? Nothing. All he did wrong was to be born in the Middle East. And there's war going on there. He has no chance, or she has no chance of education, a chance to be innovative, a chance to pursue passion. Maybe that person was born to be a very great singer. And you can't sing in the Middle East where they're shooting guns. They're shooting every day, right? So let's create a digital platform that brings all of these people together and give them an equal opportunity, a currency, an equal currency, global digital currency. If you're in Nigeria and you're spending the naira and you're making the naira, you're at a disadvantage compared to someone who is in the US or who is in the UK earning and spending pounds. You're not the same. Don't think you're the same people. You're not the same. You don't have the same psychology. You don't worry about the same things. Your whole life and your whole world and your whole reality is different. So we want to create a global economic system because Kuracoin is more than just a coin, right? It is a coin, but it's like on top of it is a coin. Underneath it, you have an economic system with its own principles, right? It's a principle. Current economic system that we have globally is based on debt and greed, right? So, but we are creating a system based on love, based on sharing, based on light, based on giving, right? So, um, it's yeah, new financial system, and um, yeah. So we need Kuracoin Foundation to allocate those assets to pursue those agendas. Part of those agendas is we want to create more jobs for um for our citizens, right? In our digital nation. So yeah, now that's another thing. There's also so Kura is a digital nation, right? A digital nation. What that means is it's a digital people, like a group of people on a digital platform. That's basically what it means. So social media, and you could choose to use the social media as a guest, and you could also choose to be a citizen of the social media. So yeah, so citizen get a digital passport, and our pledge is that we will provide you jobs, we'll provide you funding for your business, we'll provide education, educational systems and infrastructure, we'll provide you infrastructure, critical infrastructure like internet infrastructure in whatever country you live in. Um, of course, we're not your government because in your country that you live in and you're born in or wherever you stay, you have your government, but that government is most likely failing, and and so we can't do everything basically. So we are limited. But the things we can do jobs. We can give you jobs. We can give you funding for your business, education, healthcare information, and services, right? Our services may be limited, but when it comes to information, it can give you plenty of research and healthcare information. And funding for research. So some people have great research ideas, like somebody will have some idea on how to cure cancer or something like that. Usually those types of people don't get funded because we're asking funding for, they're the ones create the people you're asking funding for, the people you're asking funding from, they are they sort of like the I'm getting uncomfortable. You understand what I mean? So yeah. So those things are going to be the responsibility of the Kuracoin Foundation. So yeah, that's everything about Kuracoin. I think I've been able to summarize it. Um, in other videos and other contents, I would put more context to what the Kuracoin Foundation is, because I'm sure you have questions. What is the Kuracoin Foundation? What is the digital nation or the social media platform? What is Kura? And the universal basic income, what is it and how is it going to work? How do I access it? It's so there's so many questions and I can't just put everything into one video. But for this video, the focus is Kuracoin. So Kuracoin itself is a digital currency or a digital asset. Um, yeah, so I think I've been able to answer that question. What is Kuracoin? So thanks for watching.